Alright, what's going on, everybody? It's Thomas from CTJ. Just going to go over the Quad-Ku deck profile, actually, that a lot of you have been requesting. And this is the leader that I'm actually running for a little while. I didn't want to put it up there right away. I wanted to have a little bit of time testing it, see how it ran, see different things that I could do with it, see what it was capable of, see if it would run the way I was hoping for. On the front side, what's really good about them is you can go ahead and you swing, you can take a life and draw a card, so you're plussing 3 because you draw for turn, you draw off your leader, and then you draw another card to lead. So it helps yourself awaken early game, and then once you get down to 4 life, you can go ahead and awaken, restand 2 energy. On the back side is where this guy shines pretty hard, where everybody doesn't like to deal with it too much. He is a 15k starting, but when he swings, he becomes a 5k, and then going from a 5k, if your opponent has 4 more battle cards, his attacks cannot be negated, and he gains quadruple strike. And we'll go over what are some ways to help your opponent if they're afraid to play battle cards. You can just go ahead and play them out there to get your opponent to those. One of the first things I started off early on, I wasn't sure about this card, Android 18. The reason I play her is because I play a decent amount of androids in the deck to help me go ahead and search out. And then if I don't see Android 21 Bad Omen, I just play her and just take out a check land out of my energy. Put down Android 21. Next turn I have a free charge to just go ahead and play dual color active. So she's really good, helps me search things out. Next card I play, I was playing it at 4. I decided 3 is a little bit of a better option, just depending on which was Sensivine. Obviously everybody at this point should know what it does. You just go ahead, pay 1, give your leader plus 5k for the turn, I believe, or even battle card if I'm not mistaken, and then restand an energy, the one you tapped, the other one. Then the other one I use is Shocking Death Ball, which is kind of crazy. Everybody at this point, I feel like, if you're playing green, you have probably at least played it or at least heard of it. Go ahead, negate it, go ahead and pop a battle card 2 or less. So early game it's really good, possibly even late game, especially with this deck, making tokens, and I'll show you guys a little more talking about as we go through the deck. Next one I play 3 of the Selzerts, drawing command Mega Wave. Now I don't always get the second effect because some of the blue I run, but a lot of this is dual color and mostly green, so it's not too frequently I find myself in the situation, just once in a little while. Gives your leader plus 5k, and you get to choose a card out of your opponent's hand and rip it out. So really good card. If you haven't played it, do play a little bit more of an expensive card, which is Rebrand Punishing Passion. I was playing this card at 3, and as I was playtesting this deck a little bit more, I realized I don't really need to run 3 of the Punishing Passion. I feel like 2 is a sweet spot. It's just cool. If you get it, you come with 5k, put it in the drop. If not, it's no big deal. It's just more one of those cards just nice to see if it becomes available throughout the game. Next card I play is Android 16. The reason I play 16 is to help me ramp. I was on the fence of either running this or trying to go into the 5-drop rebrand with something else, but I was just like, 5-drop rebrand with some of the cards that I have, I don't feel like there's really a need to. I may eventually test it with rebrand to see how it runs, but right now at the moment with Android 16, you just go ahead and play him out for 2, take the top card of your deck, place it in your energy. It's a hit or miss with the guy because it's just, you don't know what card's on top of your deck to go ahead and just ramp up with, but even still, it's, in my opinion, it's worth the 2, especially early game, to kind of get a little head jump on your opponent. Next card I play is Son Goku, Spirit of the Planet. I haven't seen this guy around as much as I would have thought being played in tournaments or even locals, but I play him. He's easy 2-drop, pay 2, plus 10k, triple strike, and then if you're playing other cards like the Android 18 super combos, they're just really good. Obviously I play 4 of those to go with it, so you make them 35k, triple bottom deck a card. Really good card, really good things to go ahead and run. And then with a lot of the cards I showed you, with the Goku, and there is a Gohan Piccolo, which I also run in this deck. Very good. If you have Revive, I don't play 4 because I'm not too focused on the Revive. It's just nice to have, so if it's something out there they want to pop it, they're playing a similar ability, or they're playing Cocoon, it's like, cool, pop it, cool. Revive puts another card back on board. It's just really nice to have. Really good card in my personal opinion. For Check Lance, I run the Android 17 Protector Wildlife. If you have to play him out, he's not terrible, but I typically just end up throwing him in my energy most of the time. So the next card I was just talking about a little bit earlier, which was Pickling Gohan. I run 3. Another card with the Revive Swing. They drop a card, 15k, has barrier. Really nice card to have just to kind of keep adding a little bit of constant pressure. This is where the leader comes into play a little bit of why I run her. I run for the Android 21, a brilliant idea, because she gives as soon as she comes into play, she gives your opponent 2 tokens, and tokens are considered battle cards, from my understanding. So then if your opponent's sitting at 2 cards, like they're sitting at, for example, a game earlier, they're sitting in a simulated ability, and they're sitting at Android 16 Energy M because I was running across blue-green deck, and I played this, play her out, and as soon as I do, he's got 4 battle cards, and I swing at him, and I'm going like, all right, 20k quadruple strike, and he goes, wait, what? And as soon as immediately caught his attention. It's really good to kind of keep adding the pressure, so they're going to be more cautious. So if they really don't want you to get quadruple strike, this just adds that pressure to them for you. The other one to kind of add a little bit more pressure, I only played 2. I contemplated playing 3, but I don't feel like there's a need. When it comes to 4, he's deflect, so he comes down into play. There's a couple cards that can counterplay him, but there's not too many. Chump the Trickster, Omega, so he goes into rest mode, but that's the only one that comes to mind off the top of my head. He gives you 3 tokens on your side, all 15Ks and 5,000 combo power, and you get pretty much 4 swings, and he stays on board till you kill all the tokens, and then you can finally kill this guy. The other good thing is he's got an activate main where your opponent reveals a top card of their deck. If it's a battle card, you get to restand it, I believe, a blue energy, if I'm mistaken, on your turn, or on the start of their turn, I'm sorry. So really good card, really good one. Next card I run is the Championship 21. The reason I run 21 is because, frankly, I'm tired of seeing ultimates come down and I don't really have a response. So like Smoke Dragon, SS4 Vegeta, things of that nature, it's just really, really good. There are ultimates that can still pop it, like the Frieza Army Reborn, Apex of Power still gets around it, but it's still really nice on some of those common ultimates. If your opponent plays a battle card that is higher than their energy, they have to bottom deck it as soon as you pop her. But you just pop token, play her out with the Android 21, brilliant idea, and then she's barrier blocker as well. So very, very good card, really good, highly recommended. These guys I kind of play together. I play Super 17 with a simulated ability. I play 2 and 2. Once you get simulated ability, you're not going to swing too much with him, but in certain situations you can, and it does help. But you pop a card with a simulated ability, you draw a card, and with the Super 17, he has Revive, so where simulated ability has barrier, which is another reason why I run the Dr. Eurobots. If you pop a card, your opponent has to ditch a card, you draw one from here, and you draw one from Piccolo. So you're drawing 2 cards, you're making your opponent drop a card, and you're popping a card. So they're really good together. Really good idea to kind of look into. One of my favorite negates actually in the game probably so far is Kakunsa. The reason being is pay her out for 2 on your opponent's turn, negates the attack, pops a battle card. It has helped me in so many different clutch situations. Highly recommended. If you don't have her, I would at least look into her and possibly take it into consideration. One of the last cards I run is 2 the Android 21 Bad Omen. You get your opponent down to 1 life, just play out Bad Omen, or in the case if you do get lucky enough to get both in your energy, play her out, swing 4, or just play her out, and they take 1 damage. The secret I play in this is the SS4 Vegeta. The last game I was just playing a little bit ago. This guy won me the game. They didn't have a response for it. He swings offensively. He's got triple attack, double strike, and critical. So if he gets through on all 3 attacks, they're dropping 6 cards from real life, and they don't get anything in their hand. If you play this guy on the defense, I believe he pops a battle card, ignoring barrier, and you take the top 2 cards of your deck and you place them in your energy. Really good card. I'd highly recommend it. I had contemplating playing Smoke Dragon over this guy, but I don't feel like Smoke Dragon will do as good as him. I might test out just to see how he does, but as of right now, I do like the SS4 and the way the deck runs the way it is. But that's it, guys. That's the whole entire deck profile for the Quad-Ku. And we will see you guys next time on CTJ. Thanks so much.